Have you ever wondered what the difference is between these two funds? The ESG Developed World All Cap Equity Index Fund and the ESG Developed World All Cap Equity Index Fund UK. Why do Vanguard have two funds which sound exactly the same? Is anyone else confused by this? In this video, I'll be comparing these two funds to figure out which one to choose if you're interested in them. Let's see what the differences are. So the first obvious difference is in the name, the UK bit. So what does this mean? Let's look at the key investor documents. Right at the end of the key investor documents, it states that for the UK one, the fund is authorized in the UK and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA. And for the non-UK one, it states that the fund is authorized in Ireland and regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland, the central bank. So basically this means one is domiciled in the UK, therefore it's regulated by the FCA, and the other is domiciled in Ireland, therefore it is regulated by the Bank of Ireland. I found an article that explains what effect this has. Note that this article is from November last year, 2020. So if anything has changed, please let me know in the comments. But basically it says, investors in EU domiciled funds will not recourse to the FSCS, that's the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, and will have to apply to foreign compensation authorities to get their money back if the product blows up after Brexit. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'll put the link in the description of this video if you want to read more. The likelihood of you having to make a claim to the FSCS or the EU equivalent is pretty low, so this might never be a problem, but it's good to know just in case. Another difference is the number of stocks in these funds. So the Irish one has 4,164. The UK one has 350 less at 3,814. There are a few statements in the key investor documents that might explain this, so let's have a look at them. The Irish one states that the fund attempts to track the performance of the index by investing in all or substantially all of the constituent securities of the index in the same proportion as the index, and where not practicable to fully replicate, the fund will use a sampling process. The UK one states that as the fund uses an index sampling technique whereby a representative sample of the securities are selected to represent the index, there is a risk that securities selected for the fund may not in the aggregate approximate the full index. So it seems that the Irish one tries to use full replication and the UK one uses partial replication, hence the difference in the number of stocks. As stated, partial replication can lead to tracking errors in tracking the index, but unfortunately the fund doesn't have any performance data yet, as it's less than a year old at this moment. It was only opened in June last year, so we'll have to wait till June 2021 to see the 1 year performance and compare this to see if the different sampling methods has had an effect on the performance. The third difference that I noticed was to do with the fees. The Irish one has a ongoing cost of 0.2% and it has transaction costs of 0.04%. The UK one has the same ongoing costs at 0.2%, but it has lower transaction costs at 0.01%. This is probably due to the replication method and the number of stocks. Transaction costs are related to the buying and selling of stocks within the fund, so the likelihood is there is less transacting within the UK fund. Again, we can't see what effect this has on overall performance until June, so we'll have to wait and check back then to see if the lower transaction cost has an effect on the performance. So personally, I'm invested in the Irish one despite all the things mentioned in this video. The main reason why is that it's been around for longer, so I'm able to actually see its track record. However, I will keep my eye on the UK one to see how it performs in the future. My return over the last 9 months has been 8%, which I'm happy with. The eagle-eyed among you will notice that the name of the fund is different here. This is because the fund changed its name and Fidelity hasn't updated it yet for whatever reason, who knows. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and I'll see you in the next video.